This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 1254. Get Started, From Overweight to Healthy, by Babauta of ZenHabits.net. And I'm Dr. Neil, your very own personal narrator. Hey there, happy Saturday, and welcome back to another weekend edition of Optimal Health Daily. This is where I read to you from some of the best health and fitness blogs on the web, and always with my commentary at the end. All right, I'm going to keep this intro nice and short, so let's jump right in and get to today's post as we optimize your life. Get Started, From Overweight to Healthy, by Babauta of ZenHabits.net. Make one change today. If you're overweight and unmotivated to change your life drastically, just make a tiny change. You're not alone. I've been overweight, 65 pounds heavier than I am today, and I know that it doesn't feel good. I also know that when we're overweight, we often go into denial. We think it's not a problem, or that we're not that unhealthy, or that it's something we can fix later. Or more likely, we try hard not to think about it. But it's there, in the back of our minds, if nowhere else, making us feel badly about ourselves and our lives, influencing the rest of what we do. If it were just a body image thing, I'd say learn to love your body, and I believe that. Forget the cover models on magazines, the perfect people on TV and in movies. They're just being used to sell us stuff. But the result is that we get bad body images for not having rock-hard abs. Forget about that. What worries me, though, when I see friends and family who struggle with their weight, is their health. Having a big belly puts you at risk for heart disease, diabetes, and other problems. It's scary stuff. But how do you start getting healthier and fitter? How do you change a whole slew of habits, from eating too much to eating fried and sweet and fatty foods, to drinking sodas and sweet coffee drinks, to being sedentary? Well, you make one change, a tiny little one. For me, it started with quitting smoking, which is a big change. But then I took up running, starting with just 10 minutes. And then I started changing my diet in little ways. One small change leads to another, forming a spiral of success. But you don't need to worry about all the other changes you're going to make later. Which change to start with? Really, you could start with almost any positive change. What matters is that you start. But if you'd like a recommendation, here are a few. 1. Eat more veggies. Go to the store today and buy a basket of veggies. Eat them raw as snacks, dip in hummus if you like, no fatty dressings. Steam them as side dishes for lunch and dinner. Puree them and put them in your usual recipes. Eat a salad before your meal. You can start with just one of these changes and slowly add more veggies each week. This is an easy change, but it's actually huge. More fiber, more vitamins, more minerals, and fewer calories equals a leaner you. 2. Walk. Best exercise ever. Just walk for 10 minutes to start with. Get a friend or your partner to walk with you and enjoy the conversation. Enjoy nature. After you've gotten used to walking, try intervals. 3 minutes of fast walking, 3 minutes of conversational walking, and repeat. 3. Drink water. People drink too many calories. Soda, beer, smoothies, mochas, frappuccinos, shakes, juice, Gatorade. None of those are necessary. Get used to drinking water, which is refreshing, delicious, and the healthiest option. 4. Get rid of the junk. This is actually a bit of a drastic change, but it makes a really big difference. Take all the junk food in your house, chips, pastries, ice cream, cookies, prepared foods of any kind, fried foods, and toss them. Clean out your fridge and pantry. Buy fruits, veggies, nuts, and beans instead, and try some new flavorful recipes. If the junk isn't around, it won't tempt you. How to make that one change. Say you've picked your one small change. How do you get started? Just take the first small step. Nothing huge, nothing scary. Just a really, really easy first small step. Make a list of your favorite veggies, or set a time today to stop at the grocery store for veggies. Maybe later try a farmer's market. Or find a recipe or two that incorporates veggies. Set a time to walk today or tomorrow. Talk to your partner about walking together. Get your walking shoes ready. Any of these steps will do. Just do one of them. Fill a thermos with water. Buy a reusable water bottle. Get rid of the sodas in your fridge. Just choose one of these things. Get a garbage bag and toss your junk food. Just choose one and do it. Then celebrate in your mind, not with a sweet treat. Then do another small, tiny, easy step. Celebrate again, and again, not with alcohol or a sweet treat. Tell people about the changes you're making. Then do another tiny step. Celebrate some more. You're now on the road to healthy. You just listened to the post titled, Get Started, From Overweight to Healthy by Leo Babauta of ZenHabits.net. Now I'll have some of my comments as usual, but first, is your new year already off to a busy start? For busy parents, it's always a challenge to find time to shop and plan healthy meals for your kids. If that sounds like you, then HelloFresh's new Easy Eats options are perfect for you. HelloFresh now offers oven-ready meals that only take 10 to 20 minutes to prepare, which takes the prep and stress out of home cooking. Imagine not having to worry about deciding what to cook every day for the family. One of my favorite oven-ready meals by HelloFresh is the chicken and gnocchi bake. They really take the pain out of planning healthy recipes, shopping for ingredients, and preparing homemade meals, but always manage to make their dishes an insanely delicious and homemade experience. It also helped me enjoy being in the kitchen a little more and makes me feel good about reducing my weekly food waste. If you want to try the recipe out for yourself, just go to hellofresh.com/OHD10 and use code OHD10 for 10 free meals, including free shipping. That's hellofresh.com/OHD10 and use code OHD10 for 10 free meals, including free shipping. Dr. Neil here for my commentary. People often tell me that staying active and eating healthfully is easier for me, meaning, Dr. Neil, it's easier for you to do all these things, as if somehow I was born with more willpower than they were, or that somehow I'm luckier than they are because I happen to be born with genes that make it easier for me to keep the weight off, or that I simply have more time. The accusations go on, but they're simply not true. Something that is often different is that I was diagnosed with a chronic disease in my teens. That diagnosis helped me realize that my health wasn't something I should take for granted. But even then, I'll be honest, being diagnosed with a chronic disease didn't immediately make me change my habits. I didn't immediately start hitting the weight room and running miles. It wasn't until my doctor had to put me on 3 different medications that had some potentially nasty side effects, that I finally decided to change my lifestyle. But even then, I didn't go from being an unhealthy couch potato to fit. Just as today's author Leo explained, I took one small step first. I made one small change. And in fact, my first quote-unquote small change was to take a nutrition class when I was in college. I wanted to see if I could learn how to better manage my condition through food. That one class opened my eyes and encouraged me to try to eat more nutritious foods. And in fact, it completely changed my career trajectory too. I was a psychology major as an undergrad student. But after taking this class, I knew my career had to be in nutrition because I knew I wanted to help others achieve optimal health and wellness through food. Anywho, that one class opened my eyes, obviously, but it encouraged me to try to eat more nutritious foods. Now, even then, there were definitely moments I slipped backwards, but my overall progress was in a positive direction. I then added another tiny goal. I decided I would start walking for 15 minutes each day, at least 3 days a week. It wasn't much, but it was definitely more than what I had been doing. That gradually progressed to jogging for just 5 of those 15 minutes. Then 10 minutes of jogging out of those 15 minutes. I then realized that by jogging for 10 minutes straight, I was basically jogging about a mile. And in high school, I could barely jog a mile without passing out from exhaustion. I share all of this with you so that you know that Leo Babauta and I are no different than you. We don't have crazy genetics. In fact, the only thing that may separate us from others is that we took that first small step. So, like I said earlier this week, if you haven't taken that first small step yet, what's stopping you? All right, that'll do it for the Saturday episode. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend if you're listening in real time, and I'll be back here tomorrow as usual where your optimal life awaits.